that was it for Ys for me. Now, in many magazines, there was promises of Ys 4 coming. And Ys 4 was in Japan, but, you know, a translated version coming to the TurboGrafx CD. It never happened. So, you know, the TurboGrafx didn't do well in America, unfortunately, and we never saw that translated. Very sad time. So, what I ended up doing was, I went to my local Japanese mall that was up for me called Yohan Center, and there was a little store in there that had import games, and they had quite a few, and they had a lot of PC Engine games, and to be honest, reasonable price. I got Ys 4, a copy of Ys 4 for $60. Amazing. But, okay, you laugh too. This is so funny. Pre-internet days. Just barely pre-internet days, actually. I got the game, I brought it home, and I started playing it in full Japanese, and I just tried to figure my way through it, and I did pretty good, actually. I did really well. Better than what I should have. And here's the joke. It's been a joke with me and Andrew for years, is that I got all the way through the game, and then I got to a point where there was some old lady in front of this door, and she would not move for the life of me. I don't know what was going on. She just wouldn't get out of the way, and I'm like, and I tried everything, and there was game facts back then. I printed up the thing, the sheet on that one section, and it said, what you need to do is talk to the old lady, and she'll get out of the way. And I'm like, I just talked to the old lady and she didn't get out of the way. What the hell am I supposed to do? And I could never figure it out, and I was stumped. There was no clearer thing. There was nothing else on the internet at that time of how to do that. So, man, you know, I can never get past that point, but I do come back to Ys 4, you know, a few years later. But what can I say about Ys 4? I loved it. I really loved it. It was a return to Ys Books 1 and 2. It was overhead. It looked exactly like Ys Books 1 and 2. And the cool thing is that you return to certain places that you visited in the first two games there. I loved it. That was awesome. The music, just as good. This is a staple, as you start to realize, of the Ys series. Every game is awesome. That is what makes Ys so good, is the music. It really is. I love the game, and the next time, you know, and I didn't, you know, that was my last time playing Ys 4, the Japanese version. The next thing I picked up, actually, Rob went to Japan on basically a trip with his parents, and he came back, and he was an awesome guy. He brought me back Ys 5 on the Super Famicom. You know, and that's the thing, is it went to the Super Famicom at that point in Japan. It went from the TurboGrafx, the PC Engine Super CD-ROM to the you know, Super Famicom. Now, here's the thing I'm going to say about Ys 5. I didn't like it. I'll be honest with you. At this point, as everything that made the Ys so good was kind of lost in a Super Famicom game, and the problem was the graphics were, I don't know, I didn't find them as cool as the original Ys, even though they were more detailed. The music took a massive hit. No longer did we have the CD space to hold these orchestrated songs. We had only cartridges, and that's why Ys 5 kind of suffered for me. And I know there was an Ys 5 hard type, but Ys 5 has never been my favorite in the entire series, unfortunately. Now, Ys really was kind of wrapped up for me at this point. The releases in America were not happening. It just was dead out there. Like, Ys was forgotten in this country for such a long period of time. That was until we got this game here. Ys, the Arc of Nepotism. We actually got this by Konami. Wow, on the PS2. And let me tell you guys, this is a great Ys game. It is fantastic. It's a side adventure, kind of like Ys 3 is a side adventure of the main series. It's kind of like what you, Adol, and Doji, I used to call him Doggy. I still do call him Doggy, but you know, kind of they go off on their own side adventures. And Ys, this game, you know, Ys 6 was exactly like this. Well, they go off on their own side adventure. Okay, so what about this game? The only thing that pisses me off is if you play this right out of the box, it has a horrible opening cinema. I mean, a CG disgusting cinema that is not Ys at all. It is horrendous. Here's what's fucked up. You actually have to enter a code. Who ever thought of this idea? You have to enter a code. You can go in a game pack to get it. I can't remember what it is. You go and enter the code in. It unlocks the original Japanese opening. Why would... this is the thing that always bothered me about the game. Why would you replace the incredible opening? And the opening is nothing short of breathtaking. Music blows your mind. The visuals are incredible. They replace it with the shittiest CG, Americanized opening at that time. And I mean Americanized in not a good way for CG. The early stages of CG on the PS2. Anyways, there's a few codes you had to enter in to get the game to play as you would actually want it. You could actually unlock the Japanese in there as well, which was absolutely a welcome feature. I love that. So, E6, recommend it. And you can get it. You can get that for fairly cheap now. You can go into any used video game store and pick that up. It's wonderful stuff. Now, what's my next experience with Ys? It was finally playing Ys 4 in English. What a wonderful thing is that some people out there on the internet are just incredible. They translated, Nightwolf was one of the guys, helped to translate Ys 4 into English. Oh man, it was a pure pleasure to play through this game, and I applaud all the people who do all the fan translations out there. It is so appreciated, and the fan translation of Ys 4 was super appreciated by me. You know why? Because I could finally pass that old lady standing at the door. And you know what? It was something so stupid, like, just go to there and then come back and she'll be gone. And she just moved out of the way and I continued on. So I had to play through Ys 4 a few times, and I loved it. It was so nice to go back and revisit a game that I played when I was a lot younger. But this time could completely understand, but I knew all the music and stuff like that, so that was a really cool thing. So those are my experiences playing Ys. Now, I basically played the console versions, but a friend of mine also got a translation. It was translated, fan translated, Ys Oath of FALgana on the PC. That is a remake to Ys 3, and a remake in 3D, and it looks incredible. And I believe it's on Steam now, and you can pick that up on there. But playing it, he lent me his laptop for a weekend, and I played through the game, and holy shit, I couldn't believe how awesome it was. It was, they really were able to take a 2D game, turn it into 3D, and have it play better. That's the wonderful thing sometimes when you can take a 2D game and you can make it better in 3D. Sometimes you can fail easily doing it. They really did it with Oath of FALgana, and another highly recommended game. You can also pick it up on the PSP as well. Jeez, Falcom. So awesome, all this stuff. So awesome. I'm so happy to be able to talk about it. So there's so many games to talk about. As I said, I probably get lost in a lot of this stuff. But Xseed, what a fantastic company. They brought out Ys Chronicles, Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles, a remake of Ys 1 and 2. Now, Ys has been remade so many times, it'd blow your mind if I have ever told you. I think it's been remade probably more than 7 times on multiple systems. It's like every system it's been on, I swear. Anyway, so Oath of FALgana on the PSP. Really recommend that one. That's a fantastic one. Ys 7. Now, I gotta be honest with you. I kind of shied away a little bit from Ys 7, and I'll have to go back to it and put a little bit more time into it. I just didn't like having to switch out characters. I'm one of the old school guys that when I start using a character, like Adol, I want to stick with that character all throughout the game. And I know they've got to do new stuff with Ys. I know that 100%, but I was kind of like, I got to switch out with Dogi and Adol, and then another character, and I was like, I just want to play as Adol. I've only ever played as Adol, so I like the game. Graphic-wise, awesome, really great. Music-wise, really stands up. Fantastic. So, not knocking Ys 7. I'm kind of old school with the Ys series, what can I say? But so if you go to experience the Ys series and you really like it, there's something else you can experience as well. That is Ys the Anime. And there's been a lot of anime versions of video games over the years. We've seen them all, for sure. But this does a very good job, I think. Is the animation movie quality? No, but it does the job. But what this does is it captures the story. It captures the spirit of Ys, and just to see, the main characters running around in, like in an actual anime, like come to life in that way, very cool. And I picked this up. This is actually not an expensive DVD. I think you could probably pick it up for less than $20 on eBay now. But yeah, I really enjoyed Ys the anime back in the day. I thought that was a really fantastic thing. And I want to thank all my friends too for picking me up some of the great Ys merchandise I got here. Like, I actually have a book of Ys here. This is Ancient Y. I almost call it Ys. Ancient Ys Banished. 1 and 2 complete, the PC version that Rob bought me for Christmas quite a few years ago, and I really want to thank him for that. And also, this is so cool too. Kim bought me this, and this is the Ys Eternal Story on the PS2, and it comes with all the figurines and stuff. She got me that on my birthday. I totally treasure that. That is so cool. And I also want to thank my good friend Taylor in Japan for sending me this. I Love Ys, the 25th anniversary shirt by Falcom. Thank you, Taylor, for sure. That's just amazing. I can't believe it when he sent me this. And he kind of reminded me that it was Ys' 25th anniversary, and I was like, wow, 87 to now? It started on the PC 88 in Japan, the computer, and I just can't believe it's been 25 years. 25 years blows my mind. That's when I first started playing the game, and here's the good thing. I'm still playing the game 25 years later. That just blows me away. That's been 25 years and I'm still playing the Ys series, and the Ys series has still not been forgotten. I love it. I hope for another 25 years of Ys, and I hope for all of you guys to experience these great games. They're out there. There's all these new games coming out, and there's a lot of amazing new games, I gotta tell you. But if you're ever looking for an RPG, an action RPG that's a little bit different, with some really amazing music, definitely check out the Ys series. You really can't go wrong. So anyways, guys, these videos have been going on for way too long. I was having such a great time talking about Ys' 25th anniversary. So anyways, guys, until next time.